have the level of success that we've had, when you have a business that's important as this with this many competitors, you're going to have people saying some nasty things.
Bill Gates has undoubtedly carved a place for himself in the worlds of business and humanitarianism. This momentum he's kept going is something that the rest of us can learn from. Some people worry that when you talk about progress, it will reduce the commitment to make things better, and that you lose sight of the things that still need to be done. Avoid seeing progress as a negative thing and keep your optimism alive. Instead, look at what has gotten you to this point and expand on that. Maintain a sense of urgency, but don't stop educating yourself. Take chances, because you can always take a step back if needed. When you see success in your life, remember those around you and give back to your community, beginning with that education. Wealth doesn't stop with you, so pledge yourself to helping make others' lives better. In addition to philanthropy, those who strive to continually learn have a tremendous advantage to change the world of business. Today, with the advent of modern technology, you have access to limitless amounts of information. Modernize your approach to the way you do business. We live in a time where life improves at every single level of income, which means you can do more with less, both with your own life and with others. This is because the information available to us allows us to streamline the ways in which we make life better. If we keep moving forward, we can find ways to continually make the world a better place. But this only works if we don't stop.
If you ask people across the United States, is the future going to be better than the past? Most say no. When you join the Giving Pledge, you're not pooling money or picking particular causes. You're simply making a moral commitment. As somebody who's been hyper successful, the majority of your wealth will go for philanthropic causes. As everyone who joins sets an example and says, hey, society should expect the super successful to engage in giving back in some way. And hopefully they'll take their talent and their connections, their understanding, and do it in a way that drives innovative new services. We have a lot of Giving Pledge members who have a connection to India. In Dubai, a lot of the members are originally from India, doing a lot of their giving in India. In India itself, we have some amazing people. And then in the US, as you say, a lot of Indians who are here and successful, again, giving back into India. And so when we get together, we talk, how do you give to education in India? That progress can actually accelerate. The last 15 years have been wonderful, but the next 15, we can do more. Some people worry that when you talk about progress, that it'll reduce people's commitment to make things better. They think when you talk about progress that it shows you're naive and that maybe you don't realize all those things that are left to be done and how horrific they are. So sometimes that negative side of the story gets told, but you lose something very important if you only look at it that way. You lose the optimism about what's possible, and you lose the information where you look at the places that have done better than others and you understand what is it about delivery, innovation, partnerships, caring, what has come together for the very best progress, and then spread that to the other places. That's what will help us drive at full speed. People in business schools and talking about how they all of you have an incredible opportunity to change the way that business is done. This is a great time to be in the world of business. A simple summary of it is that business will change more in the next 10 years than it has in the last 50. The way that people find match buyers and sellers will be radically different, and the internet is bringing a new level of efficiency to it. The way that information flows inside a company will be very different. In the past, employees had to work with very little information. They had a creative idea about how to change the product, price it in a new way. They really didn't have the foundation to recommend that things be changed.
Well, with the digital advances, the cost of doing this the right way and empowering those people has now gotten to be very, very small. In fact, most companies are already investing in the infrastructure that's required. They're buying PCs, they're connecting them in a network, and they've got connections out to the internet. And yet you still find in those companies paper forms that people have to fill out with redundant information, things where they have to go visit somebody and stand in line to get something done. Everybody slows down once you get into that phase. But the economic miracle really does extend outside of China. Charles Kinney has talked about how at any level of GDP, life is better. That is, you wouldn't literacy, measles deaths, life expectancy, every level of GDP is more now than it was. So not only did we get the economic growth have improved as well, and what we predict is that wonderful thing of the fundamentals improving, the latest seeds available to educate the farmers, the information about when to plant, what the market prices are. All of those things are way easier to do now, poster child, both in health and agriculture, because it was extremely poor and it had socialistic policies and has done a series of reform that meant their childhood health has improved dramatically, their agricultural productivity has more than doubled. It's not something where we look and say, oh, nobody ever did that before.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more content.